However you're comfortable with this. We are right up their nose, unfortunately. This is your zoom in and zoom out. You can use both of these to steer, but we are between the crappy black netting and being right on top of them. Be happy and I'll be happy. Yeah, that's between the black netting. I can move this table so you can get around wherever you need to be. I just don't want to trip you up on cords. Is this going to be all right, or do you need to? I can, okay, and I can also do whatever you need to do. Yeah, I can mess with the white balance a little bit more, but there is not much more we can do without turning everything blue. Oh, shoot, come on. Now. Come on. All right. So this is our white balance. So we can do that. That turned everything blue. No. A little better. Yellow. It'll take a second for this to catch up. I'm thinking that's. Yeah, we might mess with it between games. But if you're okay with that, all right. If I'm told the sound is okay, then I'm going to try and follow the action from here. And then I've got to get my. Yes, sir. Okay, we are starting here in Fremont versus the Fremont Warbirds. This is the JV game on Saturday afternoon. The starting line looks like Jackson Carter, Tyler Nelson. Out of the lines, Barons and Junta. And Ryan Logan's going to be our other forward in there. Face-off's going to be their end. I am without Sarah, so amateur crew doing my best. Face-off their end. Goes to Nelson in the corner, wraps around, comes up the boards. Or Gabe Sid and Brett Augustine are after in our corner. Tied Sam's in goal. That's a shot off the side post, high and back to the boards. Where Logan is forcing up the wall. Augustine there to help. And it's out in the neutral ice. With Augustine, he runs into a Fremont player near their blue line. Is sent across by Tyler Nelson. That was a long shot that had to be patted away by Ben Augustine. Ends up the far wall. Fremont gets back into the neutral ice. It's across to Braden Hicklin. Seen a couple of different lines that I'm not used to, and I'm trying to keep up. Fremont comes in, takes a long shot. Sam's gloves it down. Tried reaching that far glove side where you might have saw a little net and wasn't happening. So the faceoff's going to be our end, near side. Puck hits the ice. Taking that's going to be Luke Wenzel. He goes forward. Wenzel, bring it up. He takes a shot. There was a whistle prior to him hitting their goalie. Oh crap! So you can either work it that way, or I can mess around with the legs. Whatever your balance works. Face off. Neutral ice goes into Fremont's end. They send it back into neutral ice for Ben Augustine. It comes back. Fremont player tries kicking it free and getting it back into our end, but it's turned around by Jensen Glovic. It's against the far wall. Fremont fires it from the blue line, wide right, and it's up the near wall. Logan Westfold. He shoots it back in around behind the net, around to the far side into neutral ice for Ben Augustine. Jensen Glovic picks it up. Fremont player challenges him, and Fremont comes away with the puck, tries to center. Nobody home thanks to our defense pushing people around. Augustine challenges. They're trying to get it back to center ice. Fremont turns around and shoots it back in behind our net, where Jensen Glow is going to send it up the far wall. Fremont takes it. They fire it back in around, and it's going to make a big loop all the way back to Logan Westfold, who sends it across their blue line, and we're going to do a line change. Fremont's coming with speed, shoots just wide left, and it's picked up by Keaton Opp. And he's going to skate. He sends it forward for Eden, who he fires it at their goalie, and he's has to glove it. 12:22 here in the first. There's been a couple of good pushes by them, and we're going to get something going here. Faceoff's going to be their end. Hayden Opp, Noah Eden, out to the blue line for Jackson Carter, turned around by Fremont. They're 2-on-1, and they're able to capitalize on that. Took Tig high blocker side, that 2-on-1, they just got free. So at 12-12, it is 1-0 Fremont Warbirds versus your Capitals. JV game Saturday afternoon. Tig Sam's in goal. This faceoff is going to be taken by Brody Garnass out there on the blue line, along with Noah Eden. Faceoff. Opp goes forward, but ends up down. Augustine sends it forward. Fremont turns around, and they come in with speed back in around behind our net. Augustine picks it up far wall, sends it forward. Fremont ends up with it. They're looking for somebody to center to, and they miss and fire it right through neutral ice and back into their own zone with Logan in pursuit. Nelson takes it away. Warbirds are able to force it back into our end from Brett Augustine. Shot Junta, their blocker takes it high back out to neutral ice. They come in. Shot wide by Fremont. It's up the near wall for Nelson. He sends it around for Logan. He backs it to Jensen Glovic, who's skating it forward. Shovels it towards their goalie, and their goalie pins it down to the ice. 11-05. So quick Fremont goal. 11 minutes, 5 seconds left here in this first period. Face off to their end. Augustine, he forced it. Fremont sends it back in behind their goal and forces up the far wall. Fremont skater in pursuit with Hicklin and Ben Augustine. Ben gets pinned to the wall hard. Hicklin challenging for it, and he takes a seat, and the ref calls something here. We'll see if it just... So it looks like a Fremont player's going. And we will pick up the power play here with 10:47 left in the first. Faceoff comes back to our end where it's going to be Junta, Op, Nelson. Out at the blue lines, Barons. All right, here comes the puck drop. Their end on the power play. Power play begins. It's out at the blue line for Nelson for Barons. Barons to Logan. Logan to Junta. Junta shovels into the corner for Nelson. Nelson back in behind the net to Op. Junta. Barons. Nelson. Junta fires it back in behind the net. And this is Op. Finds Logan on the far side of the wall, and he's going to skate in behind the net. Errant pass goes astray, but Op and Barons are there to turn it back around the correct direction. Op getting ridden, shot on their goal, missed wide. Logan skates it out to the blue line. Leaves it for Junta. Junta shoots it off the shin of a Fremont player who did the flamingo there for a moment, so that one stung. A minute left of this power play. It's back in behind the net for Nelson. Nelson to Op. He's looking for an outlet. He skates it, sends it to the blue line and misses his players, and it's going to go down to the other end where Barons is going to pick it up. 40 seconds left. Barons skating it out with Logan and Op. Augustine sends it back in behind. He's the far side for Nelson. Nelson with Op. Out to the blue line. Oh, tried to send. Nelson tried sending it in for Logan, and they've been very successful with that in the past. And couldn't connect on the far side. 9:07 left in this first period. 20 seconds left on this power play. Brett Augustine's going to take this. Nope, that's Luke Wenzel on that faceoff. He pushes through and takes it away. Ben Augustine takes the far side. It's out to the blue line for Brett Augustine. He shoots, sticked away. Fremont against their wall. Fremont player trying to do some stick work and get clear of 3 Capitals. Then he just turns and sends it around. Ben Augustine tries to turn around behind the net. No one's home. That's going to be Jackson Carter up the near wall with Logan Westfold. Carter sends it up the wall. They try and get around. Fremont players able to break free. And Tig is able to read. So we're at even strength. Again, some unusual music selection. Face off RN, Caden Op. He sends it back for Barons. Barons has a hitchhiker on his jersey, and he sends it forward for Brody Garnass. Fremont turns around, sends it up the near wall with Jackson Carter in pursuit. Carter collects it and skates in behind our net. Sends it up to the blue line where Fremont turns around. Carter across for Garnass. Fremont player takes it off his stick and it's back in behind our net. And I'm doing the clock wrong again. Fremont player sees a shot off Tig. This is Cade not bringing it back the other way with speed. He comes in. He's got Noah Eden with him. That's a shot off their goalie's pads and high. And Fremont sends it out. Little Blur Song 2 in the background. Not sure how much this mic picks up stadium sound. .732 left, and there's a Fremont player There's actually 2 in the box, and I missed that call, but we're going to be on the power play again. All right, so we're back on the power play trying to make something happen. Junta's net front. Kopp looking out at the line. Leaves it for Brett Augustine. It gets in there. Goalie makes a save. .135 left in this power play. Faceoff's going to be their end, far side. It's in the corner where it's being challenged by Logan and Nelson, with Caden Opp taking the puck away. He sends it back for Logan. Logan back to Opp. Opper on the far side for Nelson. Opper on the back again. He's trying to look for an outlet. Fremont's giving him some space, but not giving him any lanes to pass to. Puck comes loose, and Opp chases it back down. Junta sends it around, and it's up against the near boards. For Nelson. Nelson tries to find Junta on a slap again, and that breaks a stick. 45 seconds left in the power play. Brett Augustine with it in the blue line while he waits for his player to come back with a new stick. It's across ice to Logan, who hits one. Cross ice from Nelson. That looked like Logan, so it's 6-0-8. We even it back up. So that clears the penalty. There is still a Fremont player in the box. So that power play just kept working around, found the open person, put it in the back of the net the way it's supposed to be. So the faceoff's going to come back out to center ice. 6-0-8 left here in the first. That's Luke Wenzel on the faceoff. He's forward to Ben Augustine. Ben Augustine goes down suspiciously, but respect to the referees. Fremont pop flies it long for Jensen Glovic back in our end. He's going to try and send it up the near wall, but Fremont collects it. They send it back in behind the net, where Hicklin is going to get adjusted. It comes free to Ben Augustine, who he's going to skate it into the teeth of Fremont, who he's waiting for the people. And there's a little bump, and a player goes down, and a hand goes up. So we got a delayed penalty here, and there's the whistle stopping that. I don't know how much crowd noise the can pick up, but there was some discussion with the referee about etiquette with the Fremont coach. So another Fremont player is going to take a seat. And the faceoff's going to come down. So power play back on. Yep, power play again. Junta at the blue line. Sends in for Opp, looking for Nelson at point blank range. That's defended. Opp. So that was a penalty for tripping. Opp tries one at point blank range, and it's patted away. Fremont thought they could get a step on Junta, and that wasn't happening, not with that speed. And we turn it around, send it forward. Logan Nelson at their blue line, and we're going to enter. Fremont's going to smack it hard back and around behind Tig, where Behrens is going to pick it up. We've got 1:16 left of this power play. Behrens is being pursued. Logan's being pursued in our own end on the power play. Logan tries shooting it cross ice for Nelson, and a Fremont player gets in the way. Fremont's got us bottled up on their penalty kill, our power play. They turn it around. Behrens takes it off the body, sends it deep in and around for Nelson. Nelson's on the near boards. He's got Luke Wenzel, but it comes free. So Nelson's going to turn it back around. He's got Opp with him. He's got Eden with him. Leaves it for Opp. Opp tries putting it in and it runs into a host of skates. There's the shot. Stopped by their goalie. 3:51 left, so under 30 seconds left of this power play. Faceoff's going to be their end. Luke Wenzel takes it, gets it out the line to Augustine. Augustine across to Gabe Sin, who shoots long, and it's into a host of people. Wenzel working it in the corner. He's getting worked. And they're able to clear it out to neutral ice, and they've got a step. And that looked like a mess. I'm not sure. There was a tangle of players, and Tig was able to stop the forward progress of the puck and put it down. With 3 seconds left. So it's 3:25. There are 3 seconds left on this power play, but the face-off's in our end. So we're going to go to even strength pretty quickly. So Fremont's at full strength and has the puck in our end. They put it back in behind the net for Wenzel. He's going to try and escape the Fremont players, go to the far boards. He's got Hicklin with him. He skates around the Fremont player and continues skating up the boards and runs into the Fremont player, runs into his puck. Fremont's going to turn around and come back and try and do the same thing. They try and chop it past Hicklin. That's not happening. Logan comes forward. He's got Wenzel with him. Wenzel takes it off the stick of a Fremont player and sends it around for Logan. Logan's behind the net looking for somebody net front. Fremont challenges out to the blue line for Jensen Glovic, who can't hold it. He gets it back into our end. So 2.5 minutes left here in this first period. Tied 1-1 of the Saturday JV game. We do some line change. Hicklin sends it forward. Doesn't connect with anybody. Fremont's going to try and turn it around and send it in. Tig plays, but takes it wide for Hicklin. The Fremont player tight on him, and it gets loose to a Fremont player. That's Hicklin and Junta challenging. Logan takes it up the near wall. He's got Nelson 1-on-2. Nelson skates it in, and he gets pushed into the wall, and his puck taken comes loose. And that one comes up the near wall for Behrens. Behrens shoots, and it gets deflected, but hits the post. 1:46 left here in this first period. Tied 1-1 in the JV Saturday game. This is going to be AJ Junta taking this face-off in their end. He's got Logan and Nelson with him. Out the blue line is going to be the deep pair of Jackson Carter and Behrens. And there's a whistle at 1:35. Face-off's going to be neutral ice, shaded our way, far side. And it hits. Logan bringing up the far wall. Junta gets sandwiched between a couple of Fremont players. And then we return the favor. Now it is a 2-on-1 Fremont. And they try passing it across in front of Jackson Carter, but he's able to split the offense. Fremont gets another shot that he's broken up by Behrens. Her shot goes wide, but that was through traffic. Ty goes to dive out after it. So with just under 59 seconds, Fremont's harassing us at our end. So out there's going to be Gabe Sin, Wenzel, Westvold, Ben Augustine. Ben Augustine's going to try and drag it up the far wall. Fremont turns around, shot, Tige sticks away. Gabe Sin sends it to neutral ice where Ben Augustine's going to try and skate it in, and he gets it taken away. Wenzel. Gabe Sin sends it in and sends it hard in and around where Ben Augustine's going to try and pick it up in the far corner. Westfold. Shot by Sin, and that went under the goalie, and now there's some after play discussion about goalie etiquette. There are 22 seconds left. Nobody went on that, but there was some stern words. Wenzel. Fremont picks it up back behind their goal and tries to send it up the far wall. Ben Augustine tips away. Wenzel's fighting for it against a couple of Fremont players. And it's just going to get pinned here for this last 10 seconds of the first period, it looks like. Nope, comes free. Or Ben Augustine tries. And that's the end of the first period. All right, so we'll end the first period tied 1-1. I did not use the full graphics of when we got that goal. Face-off's going to be their end. This is going to be op. Gabe Sin tries working. Tried getting it across. Couldn't get it free. Brett Augustine skates in behind their net. Players are going down in front of the net. So far, no whistles or raised hands. Sin sends it forward for Eden, who tries to get him step on a Fremont player, just couldn't get his leg around him. This is going to be Sin fighting for it. Op tries the same thing, tries getting a step around and can't get his leg clear. He's got Eden net front, but can't get to him. Fremont's able to fight it clear to neutral ice, and we send it back in and around. I think we got caught with an offsides. So as always, I respect the referees for being out here and these high school kids playing very fast, very hard hockey. It the dangerous, thankless job. Face-off's going to be neutral ice, shaded to them near side. And the refs didn't like the start. So we're going to redo that one. Hayden Opp going to take this face-off. Puck hits the ice, and it goes into their end, where Eden is fighting for it against the wall. Opp takes it out of the pile. He's looking for it, getting loose. It hits the post on the outside, and it goes wide. But he got a shot in, tries finding Eden up the middle, and Eden couldn't connect, and it comes back. Hicklin's got it, our blue line, and he puts it back out of neutral ice. Roberta Garnas is going to turn it around. Sends it back in deep with Opp coming up the near wall. Jensen Glovic tries to turn it around. Fremont skates into our end. Hicklin, a Fremont player, tried a sliding shot, and it went wide, and it's back out cleared neutral ice. Caden Opp tries to pull the puck back. Fremont takes it away. Fremont's coming in, comes in. It gets off one of our sticks and back to neutral ice, and they're going to have to check up. So Hicklin's got it deep in the. All right. He tries sending it forward. It's picked off by Fremont, almost turned around and put away. Now Hicklin's got it back, and he sends it forward for Logan. Logan says it moves it on for a line change, and Fremont turns around, headed our way. Caden Opp skating. He sends it forward for Nelson. Nelson backhands one that their goalie has to stand up for. Don't think he saw that backhand coming, but it's out to center ice for Jackson Carter. Logan gets boarded into the referee, no call. And he goes after the puck. He's got it now. He's looking for Nelson. Nelson on the near wall. Sees it far end. Barons takes a long shot. Their goalie has to pat it away at the last moment. Good read, good look. We're at 9:40 left here in the second. Tied 1-1 on JV Saturday game. Another shot by Logan. He goes for his own rebound and can't connect. It's against the near wall. Logan and Nelson dueling for it, and it comes free into the corner with Nelson taking it. Nelson saw Ben Augustine shot. Their goalie makes a save, makes a second save on the rebound that Junta tried putting away. It comes loose. Jackson Carter is there with a Fremont player in pursuit. And they're able to take a shot through the crease. Doesn't connect. Wenzel forward for Westfold, but it's turned around by Fremont. Augustine sends it up the near wall where it's being challenged. Ben Augustine takes it away, tries putting it through a Fremont skate, but couldn't get away with it. Sends it back for Wenzel. Ben Augustine takes a long shot, and their goalie bodies it. Tied 1-1, 8:33 left. Face-off's going to be their end, shaded to our side, or the near side. Their goalie's blocker and stick side. Wenzel takes the face off. It comes loose for, and Ben Augustine tries to send it forward. It pops free and across the blue line with Gabe Sin in pursuit. He takes back in around our goal, tries coming up the near wall where Fremont's challenging hard. Wenzel sends it over for Augustine. Augustine back to Sin. Sin's trying to just get it free. And that comes loose for Brett Augustine, who's going to skate up the near side. Their goalie has to pat away a shot. Couple of bodies set Brett Augustine to the ground. Wenzel tries setting up something on the near wall. That was a shot by Westfall to hit the top bar and went up rather than down. Surprised their goalie as much as it surprised us that it went the wrong way. Faceoff's going to be their end. Caden Opp's going to take it close to us. Opp gets the faceoff, tries stepping through. He's going to skate it behind their net. He's looking net front for Brody Garnas. Can't connect through a crowd of people. A hard body takedown by Fremont. And that was a long straight shot by Jensen Glovic, and that's blown quick. .725 left here in this second. Faceoff's going to be Caden Opp again. Caden tries his very patented put it through their legs and step around. Just can't get away with it as fast as these Fremont players are. Fremont sends it back in and around behind fast, where Jensen Glovic's going to try and take it up the near wall. He gets free of a couple of Fremont players. He looks forward for Caden Opp, who tries to move and can't hold on to it. He takes a shot and it goes just wide. Back in behind, where Garnas is fighting for it. It's up the far wall. Hicklin. Caden Opp coming in, takes the puck away. He looks net front for Eden, who just couldn't connect. Garnas takes it to Opp. Opp's getting crowded on the far side. And Fremont skates away with it until Eden takes the puck right back. Opp waiting for some help. He takes a shot that's off their goalie. And it comes free up the far wall. So Fremont's going to somehow end up with a 2-on-1 Jensen Glovic. And that was a from his butt stop by Tyke Sams. I think he was as surprised as anybody. All right, so the faceoff's going to be our end. Near wall, and it looks like it's going to be AJ Junta taking the faceoff to the corner for Barons. He tries to stick it away, but Fremont comes up with it, and they try point blanking it. Tig knocks away one. They get it wide for Logan, and he crosses blue line where he's got Nelson, and they go into the attack, and the ref's going to say we got a little too far out over our skates, and pulls it back. So faceoff's going to be neutralized, shaded to them, far side. We're under 6 minutes left. Fremont's trying to send it up the near wall where Nelson and Logan are going to work it back in behind their net. Nelson in pursuit into the far corner. They try sending up the far wall, and Logan stops and turns it around. Nelson with a long shot. Logan almost picked up that rebound. Barons up the near wall into the referee, and several Fremont players pile up on top of Logan. Junta's trying to dig it out. And it comes out our direction, but Fremont takes a long shot over Tig's head. And the ref stops play. 5:17 left here in the second. Faceoff's going to come back to their end, near side. Junta's out there. He's got Logan and Nelson, that top line. Face off the blue line for Barons. Barons takes a long shot into the body of Junta. Logan, he tries centering it. No one's home. And I'm not sure that that puck was stopped, but the ref stopped play, so we respect the whistle. Face off, their end. Junta gets free for Fremont. They bring it up the far wall. Jackson Carter waiting for it, but Logan takes it away. It's Logan and Nelson in pursuit back in behind their net. Nope, we're going to do some quick changing for the Westfold-Wenzel line. Fremont tries bringing it up the near wall, tries turning the corner on Barons, but he's not going to beat those long strides. Wenzel being challenged hard. He skates away with it, though. He sends it forward for Westfold, who's going to skate it in. He drops it back for Jackson Carter, who shoots wide. And that Westfold ended up on the ground suspiciously, but that's all right. Wenzel fighting for it as it goes up the near wall. Fremont player trying to get around Barons. Can't, but recovers his own puck. Fremont works it in back behind the net where Brett Augustine is going to fight for it. Fremont player loses the stick and has to go back and recover it. And centering pass tipped away by Fremont. They're going to get it on the far wall. Puck goes out of play, our bench, with Gabe Sin there on the blue line. So this is Augustine, Sin, Noah Eden, Hayden Opp, Brody Garnas is in there. So Garnas, Eden, Opp. And we're going to change the spot of the faceoff into their end. Brett Augustine, Gabe Sinner, your blue liners. Puck moves our direction, but Fremont's able to stick it. And they send it hard, and they got two trying to come on for Brett Augustine. They try and skate it in front of our net, but Ty gets saved by his defense. Noah Eden skating hard. Down in the far corner. Fremont sends it forward, and it's going to go long, and Tig's not going to play it, and that's going to be icing. 3-0-7. A local H bound for the floor, playing in the background. Faceoff's going to be back to their end. Tied 1-1, JV game Saturday afternoon here in Fremont. The Warbirds and your Capitals tied at 1-1. Cade Knopp going to take the faceoff to Eden. He sends it back for Glovic, who shoots, and it's off a Fremont body. Garnas pinning it against the back wall. Fremont takes the puck away and tries sending it. Glovic gets it taken off his stick after some heroics. Fremont still skating it. That's patted away by Tig. Fremont tries centering it, and there's nobody home, and they take it out to neutral ice to reset. 2.5 left here in this second period. Brett Augustine is going to send it back in behind the net for Jensen Glovic. Glovic sends it up the far wall. Brett Augustine sends it far off the far boards. We're going to turn it around. Nelson using Eden for a screen. Sees Brett Augustine, and he gets pushed out from behind him. That's all right. Looks like Hicklin sends it deep in and around. Nelson back wall behind their goal. Fremont intercepts and sends it long, where Tige stops it, turns it around for Brett Augustine. He's going to tap it forward for Junta, who's going to send it deep into their zone and back in behind the net with Logan in pursuit. Fremont tries sending up the far wall, and it gets turned around by Nelson, and that's top bar down. Okay, so that puts us up one. There's 1:27 left here in the second. Face off center ice. Junta sends it deep and gets punished for it. So that was your. And Fremont comes down and returns the favor. Got loose on Tige's blocker side, and they bar downed it right back. So with 1:08 left, we are back to tied at 2. So face-off is going to be Junta with Nelson and Logan. Brett Augustine and Gabe Sin are the blue liners. We're under a minute here in the second. Fremont comes free here on this near wall, and they try centering it. Logan picks it up. He's going to skate. He tries looking center for Nelson. He doesn't see a lane and gets taken into the corner. And there's challenging for the puck, and it's back into neutral ice. Fremont takes a long shot, and it's gloved down by Tige. And he keeps it in play. Fremont back out to neutral ice. 20 seconds left in the second period. It's wrapped in, back and around for Gabe Sin. He's going to send it up the far wall and through neutral ice with Logan in pursuit, but Fremont's got control. It's sent back into their zone. We're going to do a quick line change. This looks like the end of the second, tied 2-2. All right, because this is JV, there is not much time between. This will be the actual break between periods. And we will skip over to the roster page. So I'm talking on the wireless mic to see if this can pick up a little bit more. They do have music playing. It's Alice in Chains, and sometimes it's going and sometimes it's not. All right. We're about a minute and a half from. All right. What? No, no, no. I can work around you, and you need room. So do what you got to do. All right. So Fremont's on the ice. We're under a minute before the third period. And we got your Capitals lined up to hit the ice as well. And your Capitals are on the ice. All right. So I'm going to switch over to scoreboard. There we go. And oh, you want to see what it looks like? We're live. All right, so we're about to kick off this kickoff. We're about to puck drop for third period of the Saturday JV game versus the Fremont Firebirds. I thought they were the Flyers. Little Allman Brothers. AJ Junta, Logan, and Nelson going to be your forwards. We're going to drop the puck here for the third period. Jackson, Carter, and Barons are your blue liners. Puck is down. It's back to Jackson Carter, who sends it forward. Fremont turns it around. Scrapping for it. Fremont sends it into our zone. Carter sends it out the far side, but Nelson picks it up, and he sends a long shot that their goalie blockers almost straight up and just about pays for that one, but we can't capitalize. It's up high off the glass and into neutral ice, where Fremont's going to turn the corner, and they send it into this back in behind the net where Barons is going to chase down on the far wall. He sends it forwards and skates it forward with Logan. Barons goes down. Jackson Carter, and they're able to slip one around the far side, far post to Tig. And Fremont goes up 3-2. At 14-11 here in the third, Fremont's up 3-2. Fremont player was able to work around his defender and go get Tig cross in the net. Puck dropped. Wenzel. Brett Augustine fighting for it. Gabe Sin scrapping it behind. He sends it up the near wall for Westfold, but Fremont takes over in neutral ice. And they cross it. Ben Augustine in pursuit. Wenzel and Augustine fighting for it. Brett Augustine. Westfold brings it up, sends it into the Fremont zone, and Fremont sends it back into neutral ice and back and across. Where Tig plays it off for Gabe Sin, who taps it behind our net, but no one's there on the far wall except a Fremont player. And Fremont skates at the center ice where they all try and wrap. Different players are hitting the ice at different periods of time. That's a long shot by Fremont, stopped by Tig, and then Brett Augustine comes into his rescue. Gabe Sin sends it up the far wall for Ben Augustine, who sends it into their offensive zone. Noah Eden skates it back into their zone. He drops it for Hicklin. Hicklin's shot is tipped up high. Caden Opp is in pursuit after it. Jensen Glovic follows the puck down to our end and back in behind our net. He's being pursued pretty hotly. He's up the far wall. We are defending to your left on camera and attacking to your right. Fremont player takes it off the stick of Glovic. Glovic there is able to stop that and turn it around. And here's Caden Opp trying to fight through three Fremont players. Hand goes up, whistle blows. So at 12:18, we'll see what the ref has in mind. But Caden Opp was trying to skate through three Fremont players. And a Fremont player is going to Dead Kennedys? Really? That's the music they're playing? Okay, that's good. That's good. Logan out at the blue line. Leaves it back for Junta. Junta sends it in. Caden Opp skating up the near wall in the corner. Nelson looks to Westfold or Ben Augustine for a. We were trying to make something happen and working around for a shot, and it went up and into the net out of play. 1:34 left in this power play. Face-off is going to be their end. Caden Opp on the face-off. He's got Logan and Nelson on this power play unit. Opp skates back in behind their net, waits, sees Junta. Junta fires, and their goalie pads one away. Opp back to Junta. Junta to Opp. Opp sets it up for Augustine. Brett Augustine fires, and it's blocked away. Logan on the far wall to the corner for Nelson. It's the blue line. Augustine back into Nelson. He cross ices for Junta, who shoots it just high. And it comes back around where we're going to cycle it back around. This is Logan straight up the middle, and it's high. 45 seconds left in the power play. Logan in the middle. Junta shoots. Puck stopped but got loose. No one was there to be able to tap it home. And we're at 30 seconds left of the power play, and Junta has to chase it down in our end. Junta, Augustine, Nelson. Nelson comes in trying to get a step around the player. That was tapped wide almost to Ben Augustine. Couldn't connect for the cross crease pass. We're under 10 seconds left in this power play. And it's going to go back into our end. Augustine going to skate it forward, and we're at even strength at 10:17 here left in the third period with Fremont up 3-2. Wenzel challenging hard for the puck. It's tapped back for Carter. He skates it. Sends it up the near wall for Wenzel, but it goes into Fremont's end. It gets loose, and it's neutral ice. There's some scrapping for it. Carter has it back in behind our net, and Fremont challenging hard. Second Fremont player shows up. Westfold skates out with it. Was hoping he could leave some Fremont players behind, but they take it off his stick and send it to our end. It's across to Luke Wenzel and up the near wall where Fremont's going to get it. And they take a shot high over. Fremont sends it back in. Jackson Carter into the near corner. He sends it up the near wall. Westfold. This has been Noah Eden almost got loose. Got ridden around by a Fremont player, but almost got loose on a 1-on-2. Eden, Garnas. Eden sends it in. Fremont playing it. Caden Opp tries playing it on the far wall. He takes it away from 1 or 2, but then gets it taken back. Great defensive play by Glovic. Gets it back into Caden Opp. Sorry, I can move that. Opp is able to get it net front. Eden can't put it home when their goalie covers. 8:28 left here in the third. Fremont's leading 3-2. Face-off is going to be Junta. And he's got the Logan Nelson line out there. Looks like he's got Hicklin and Glovic as his blue liners. Far corner trying to get it loose for Logan. He takes it, skates out, sends it to the blue line for Hicklin. He shoots long. Their goalie can't cover. It gets loose again. It's back to the blue line, but Fremont's able to get it, and they're coming with speed, but it is sticked away by Jensen Glovic. Fremont recovers it. Junta taps it away, and he's got it to Nelson, who is on his way, and Fremont's forcing him to the outside. Back in behind rear wall, Junta takes it. A Fremont player covers him. That shot was wide. Jensen Glovic. Hicklin gets it. Tries getting it forward. Can't get a lot on it. And Fremont's going to try and get it back out to neutral ice. Jensen Glovic's going to turn around. It comes in long and wide. And Jensen Glovic's going to fire it back in behind our net, far side for Ben Augustine. Hicklin's going to skate. He sends it forward for Logan Westfold. And it's back in behind their net. Wenzel and Westfold line. I think that's going to be an offsides. I think the near linesman didn't see it because this one closest to us came after it. 7 minutes, 6 seconds left in this Saturday JV game versus Fremont. Wenzel and Westfold moving it, trying to move forward. Fremont sends it forward. Where Gabe Sin turns it around. Wenzel, he's got it up the near wall. He's trying to find somebody. Gabe Sin, Wenzel into the corner where Fremont's going to pick it up and Westfold's going to be challenged for it. Fremont comes away with it. And he is able to get us with a little speed. Shot. Saved by Tiged. Fremont player had a little open space, was trying to get Tig to commit. Tig was able to keep his body high. Otherwise, that would have been over his shoulder. It was a good read. Good defense chasing him down. And Fremont player is able to get loose and skate to straight up the pipe and puts one in. That's 4-2. That's 6:12 left in this third period. So this is going to be Garnass, Eden, Caden, Opp on this faceoff. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left. We're down 2 goals. Caden Opp trying to force it forward from his knees, from his skates. Drops it back for Behrens. Long shot off the goalie's pads. Opp sends it around for Garnass. To Opp. And he is skating for the bench with a glove off, and that's not good. Refs wave off icing. It's the near wall for Brody Garnass, and he's trying to skate forward. Eden skates through the mess, tries centering for Garnass. It's Jackson Carter. Fremont's going to try and turn it around. Behrens into the corner with Fremont in pursuit. He sends it forward for Garnass, but he can't control it, and it's on a rolling puck headed deep into their end. Eden in pursuit against the far boards. He turns it around and gets it loose, but we're at 5 minutes left in this game, down 2 goals. Carter sends it back in and around for Gabe Sin on the far boards, but Fremont's able to get it, send it long. And there's a stoppage. We're at 4:47. And we're going to do some Pantera Cowboys from Hell. Fremont players in the box. So we'll be on the power play for 2. Trying to wait for another player. Make sure we got all our people. So this is going to be Junta Logan Nelson out to the blue line for Jensen Glovic. He sends it in and their goalie pads it away. It's in the far corner. Glovic sends it. Their goalie stands up and catches it. 4:31 left in the third. I'm not seeing a penalty on the board, so I'm going to remove that. I just see a player in the box. Okay. Foolish me. Refs have a discussion. Face-off's going to be their end. Oh, the ref's skating. And he's having a conversation with the Fremont coach. And a Fremont player, I believe, has just been ejected. He's still discussing with the ref. All right, so 4:31. We just had a Fremont player ejected, and ref and linesman are having a conversation with the Fremont coaches. And they're throwing up a 2-minute penalty on Fremont. So I'll get that back up. little flavor, a little. Okay, so I believe the debate forum is over. We'll get back to the last 4 minutes, 31 seconds of hockey. That's a 5-minute penalty. So we'll have power play for the rest of this game. Nelson or Barons at the blue line shoots long, and their goalie's able to pin it. Face off their end. Barons at the blue line. Sends it for Logan. Back to Barons, straight up the middle. Nelson tried backhand and the rebound in there. We're trying to work it around the perimeter. Logan to Junta. Shot off their pads. 4 minutes left. Junta, blue line. Logan to Nelson. Comes off a Fremont skate. Nelson's able to recover. Junta, blue line. Tries a tip for Logan. Couldn't get it home. Blue line. Junta saves it. Gets it over to Barons. Fremont coming hard. Barons sends it center. Junta fires it, and a Fremont player gives up his body, and then another shot off another body. As a goalie parent, I respect people giving up their bodies for their goalies. Junta at the blue line sends it in for Nelson. Nelson backhands it. I believe that was Logan putting that home. Was that 15? Nope. They're saying Barron's got that one. All right, so we got one back on the power play. It appears we are still going to be on this power play because of that 5-minute penalty. 4-3, 3:15 left. Warbirds. Right, Fremont Warbirds, not Flyers. So I believe the timeout was taken. I know this band is Queensryche. Don't ask me how that stuck in my head, but I know that it's Queensryche. One of the many useless trivia things stuck in there. All right, so 3:15 left. We're going to remain on the power play after the 5-minute added penalty and ejection that was assigned to the Warbirds. And we are down by a goal. It's 4-3, 3:15 left in this third period of the afternoon JV game versus the Fremont Warbirds. Faceoff's going to be Caden Opp, Nelson, and Logan. Fremont's going to take it and skate it back into their end. They tried sending it long. And it gets it back behind our blue line where Behrens is going to pick it up. He drops it for Caden Opp. Opp is going to try skating up the far wall. He's coming hard. He gets challenged hard by Fremont. He flips it back for Junta, who can't control it, and Fremont's going to chase us into our own end. 2:42 left. Nelson picks up the puck. He gets hooked, but continues to skate through. 2:30 left. Junta out at the blue line. To Behrens. So I believe they had pulled Tide for a delayed penalty somewhere behind me. So I'm not sure. And there is a Fremont player in the box. And I think that this is going to be threes hockey for Fremont. Hopefully our power play can make this happen. Junta versus 3 Fremont players. Behrens out at the blue line. Into Logan. To Behrens. Behrens to Logan up the far side. Behrens shoots off a Fremont body, and it's going to come back over our blue line. We're under 2 minutes. Junta leaves it for Opp. Opp skating hard. To Logan. Logan back. Logan back to Opp. Tried putting one in at point blank, and their goalie's able to block it away. Opp. Behrens back in behind their net. He's looking to go center. Opp, close side. Junta tries going far side for Nelson. Minute 22 left, and Fremont's able to send it back to our end, where Behrens is going to pick it up. Behrens, Junta, Opp, looking to set something up. Behrens skating hard, sends it forward for Logan. He's on the far side. He's looking to go net front. Junta. Junta picks it up, takes it into the corner. A quick snapshot by Caden Opp goes high, and Logan has to collect it at the blue line. Nelson tries getting it centered. Can't get it through the few remaining Fremont Warbirds. Far side for Logan. Shot off their goalie. Fremont player trying to give up his body to get it cleared and just can't. Opp has it near side. Goalie blocks the first one and the second shot miss. Logan trying to force it up the near wall. It is point blank. Behrens scores with 15 seconds left. That was a setup play for Behrens up the pipe. The Capitals never given up. And that ties it up at 4-4. So I think that removed one penalty, and we're still going to be power play for the last 15 seconds of this game. So the Warbirds are going to get 4 players on the ice. Refs are calling for the Capitals to come out and play. 15 seconds left. Junta face-off, forcing it forward. The puck's underneath him. Logan sends it far side for Opp. It comes long. We're under 5 seconds. Burns is going to hold it, and that's the end. Just what Tigers needs. Okay, so we're going to go to a shootout. The game ended 4-4 versus the Fremont Warbirds. Tigers in net. So this first shot is going to be ours. Hayden Opp picks up the puck, across the blue line. Comes in, and he hits. This shooter for Fremont's the one that went bar down on Tig. He picks it up, and he skates it in over the blue line. Tig comes out for him, and he hits. Ryan Logan for the Capitals skates in, and he hits. So Opp has scored. Logan has scored. The first Warbird scored. Here comes the second Warbird. He crosses in, coming in with speed. And Tig stops it. Knocks it high and away. So it's going to come down to the last 2 shooters. Tyler Nelson, number 3. And he's skating it in. He comes in. Hard, and he hits. And that is the game. Thanks to the shooting. So yet again, the offense grinds out a goal in the last 15 seconds. And yet again, Tig stands tall in the shootout. I feel sorry for the coach. Probably eating antacid like Tic Tacs. All right, I'm just going to go to roster page, so you're good until the next game. Live stream and just close. Oh, stop streaming. I see it.